Oh, relax radio.
Hey, beautiful people, this is your girl and your host, Kayla Rose. Welcome to another episode of Soul Seed, the show which is dedicated to taking you to new levels of you. So, as usual, happy Sunday. I hope you guys have had a good week. So, thank you for joining me today on today's show. Hopefully, I've got a good one for you today. I've decided that I'm going to do a vitamin and mineral series, and today I'm going to be discussing iron, zinc, and magnesium. I thought doing some food things, some health stuff, thinking more about our body and our immune system would be a good thing to do during this time. Obviously, we know that we've got COVID going on at the moment. We are also tired of hearing about Corona and COVID quarantine and lockdowns, but right now that is what is going on the planet and it's unavoidable. So we need to try and take care of ourselves as much as possible. So in this series, I'm going to make this a 3-part series. In each one, I'll be going into depth about 3 different minerals or vitamins, and possibly more than 3 if there is something that links to it, which I feel like I can't leave out. But as I said, today is going to be iron, zinc, and magnesium. So hopefully you guys are ready for it. They're not going to be super long, but hopefully I'm going to be able to give you guys some good information. As you can see there, your opinion matters. So please do leave your feedback and your opinions and your experiences in the comment section. We would love to get interactive with you guys. I think it just said it there, to participate. You can comment on the link below. So please do that. And we are also doing our £1 introductory offers of advertising. If you have a business or service which you'd like to promote to our Relax Radio listeners, please do get in touch and you guys will be able to promote your service or your products. So I'd love to hear from you about that as well. So without further ado, of course, it's important to have a varied and balanced diet. So you're getting in all the macronutrients and the micronutrients which you need, and minerals and vitamins are a part of that. So as I said, the first one I'm going to start off with is iron. There's a lot of information, so please forgive me if I need to look down at my notes. So one of the most important functions of iron is helping you to create red blood cells and hemoglobin. And hemoglobin is a red blood cell protein which helps with carrying oxygen around the body. So as you can imagine, it's a pretty important thing which we need to have in our bodies. I can see, I'm going to be totally transparent, I can see that I've got a battery running down really quickly here. And hopefully my host can see me as well. So if I indicate that I need to go on a quick break so I can put this on charge, I do not want this to cut out whilst I'm doing this live with you guys. Hopefully my host will be able to assist me, but let's carry on. And if I have any issues, hopefully you guys will be able to bear with me for a moment whilst I sort it out. So firstly, as I said, we're speaking about iron today. Contributes and promotes the normal transport of oxygen around the body. It also helps with just general energy in the body and also gastrointestinal processes processes as well. So obviously that's going to be real important with that food and certain things that you have going on in your gut. Most of us know how important gut health is to the body and also to concentration and having a clear head and being able to make decisions and things such as that, and also the skin as well. So going to the comments here, Russell Khan. Now I am joining with you. Let me know what's your subject because I am first watching. Is this your first time watching Relax Radio? Well, welcome. We're pleased to have you here and thank you so much for joining me. Today's topic is vitamins and minerals series, iron, zinc, and magnesium. So I'm doing a series on vitamins and minerals. So things that are going to be useful in promoting health and wellness. I'm going to see here if there's anything that I can do to put this on pause for a moment. I don't know if my host hear me? I don't know how to interact with my host whilst I'm doing the live. And you guys know that we're doing these through StreamYard now. So we're leveling up on the lives. We're trying to. That is my theme for the year, actually. That is my theme of the year. I like to do themes for my year. And this year's theme, 2021, is the level up. So level up theme and doing StreamYard is a part of it. So I can see I've got a shot caller on 101. Continue. And I think it was it Bulbul that I just saw come on as well. I didn't get a chance to read your comment, but I can see that you're watching as well. So thank you for being here. Guys, I'm very concerned that the live's going to cut off. So I'm going to try something and please bear with me for a few moments. Hey, so I think I'm back and I think I've sorted that. So hopefully the live's going to be fine from now on. Technical issues, but it happens with the lives. But thank you guys for bearing with me. So continuing on, iron also contributes to a high functioning immune system. Obviously, immunity is very important at the moment, especially with what we've got going on with viruses floating around and things like that. If your immune system is strong and functioning at its highest, you're going to be able to ward off anything which may be in the atmosphere. Iron also contributes to the regulation of body temperature as well. So you guys can imagine how important that is when it comes to having a fever or something like that. If you've got enough iron in your blood, you're going to be able to keep your body at hopefully the right optimal temperature. And off the top of my head, I feel like it's 37 degrees. I don't know, write your comments in if you guys, say that I'm correct or if I am correct or if you guys have another figure which you feel as though it should be. So yeah, get back to me with that. So some of you may be aware as well, if you don't have enough iron within your blood, you can suffer with something called anemia, which is basically an iron deficiency. And this can be something that can affect women more so than men because women have their monthly cycle. So during menstruation, if you're a woman or a young female who bleeds heavily, then you may be losing a lot of iron during this time. And it may be something for you to look into taking iron tablets or iron supplements to replace some of the iron that you're losing during your monthly cycle. And so, as I said, that's just something for you to think about. Possibly go to your GP to discuss that further before you start taking anything just off the counter or without consulting a medical professional. Some of the other things which you may experience can be general weakness in the body and overall illness or sickness, just a feeling of unwellness. You can also experience dizziness and a fast beating heart. So that can be something that you experience tiredness and also short of breath as well. And I watched a webinar titled Black Health in the UK last year. So it's not that long ago. It was in 2020. 2020 was only about 5 weeks ago now. It's gone so fast. And I watched a webinar titled Black Health in the UK. And something that was mentioned in there by one of the females who was presenting the presentation was that she had had periods of fainting spells, and that had been something that I had experienced as well. Sometimes I would go outside, and particularly if I was in crowded places, sometimes I would get a little bit claustrophobic. But if I was in places such as the bus or on public transport, possibly the tube or something, then I would start feeling kind of faint. And she mentioned how it had been because she had a low iron count, and something just clicks for me then, and I was like, maybe that's something that I'm experiencing as well. So I decided to get some liquid iron. That's the preferred method that I wanted to try, and I found that it improved a lot. So if that's something you are experiencing, dizziness, or sometimes just feeling faint, it could possibly be because you are low in iron or have some kind of iron deficiency. So please do go and check that out and see if that's something which may be able to help you. I can see that the live is a little bit jumpy. Hopefully you guys are able to hear me okay and see me okay as well. The thing with the live is that if I touch my screen, I can't see if the battery is actually charging or not, but it is plugged in, guys, and hopefully it is. So, as I said, just write your comments and let me know if you guys are having any issues. So, what are some sources of iron? So, some sources are liver. Me personally, I don't eat liver. I don't like eating any kind of organs. I don't know how you guys feel about that. You can get it from red meat as well, beans, kidney beans, edamame. Hopefully I've pronounced that correctly. Do you guys know edamame beans? It's the green beans. I like eating them, but I don't know if I know how to pronounce them correctly. Chickpeas, nuts, dried fruits such as dried apricots, and soybeans. So those are some of the sources of iron which you may be able to get. There is a possibility of overdosing on iron, and it can have certain negative effects as well. So you want to be careful and not to take too much of iron if you decide to supplement with it. And other benefits iron may have as well is generally reducing fatigue, so reducing tiredness if that's something that you're suffering with, or a lack of energy. Also, we've already mentioned promoting the immune system and helping with concentration as well, and helping restore quality and healthy sleep. So that's iron done for you there. So, as I said, hopefully that's some useful information for you guys during this time. So, the next one we're going to go on to is zinc, which is an essential trace element. And for human health, we only need small amounts of this, but it's essential. Even though we don't need a lot, extremely important. So, the fact that we don't need a lot, that shouldn't be a reason to think that it is insignificant. And some of the benefits of zinc are promoting the immune system. So, yet again, helping the immune system to operate at its highest. Then, also helping with wounds healing. So, if you get any kinds of cuts or bruise or something like that, it's going to help to heal that area of the body. Zinc is something which is essential to the skin, right? And it usually is a mineral and element which is in supplements that are promoting skin, hair, and nails. So that's something to think about there. It is key in metabolic function, and also it helps with sense of taste and sense of smell. And that is something which has been mentioned as a COVID and coronavirus symptom, right? Possible loss of taste or loss of smell. So possibly taking some zinc is going to help in that area. Oh, so I just saw chat come up. I'm going to press this button and hopefully see what happens. Take a break. So that's my host. Me should take a break. So I'm willing to do that. So we're going to leave zinc where it is, and I will be back shortly. Hopefully, she puts me on break.
Oh, relax radio. Oh, relax radio.
Hey guys, so we are back, and hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me just have a check there. Yes, I think you guys can hear me. Things are a little bit jumpy on my side, so hopefully they're right for you guys. Let's go back to those comments there. Roselle, lot of thanks once again. Rose, you're looking so nice and your attitude much more better, so go ahead to all kinds of good activities and I will do appreciate it. Oh, thank you so much for such a lovely comment. Really appreciate you being here. Marcel Khan, so that is a nice boost. Hopefully I'm giving you guys some good information here. So we're going to continue with speaking about zinc and the benefits of zinc. So zinc is also essential to the proper production of our sex hormones in both men and women, the testes and the ovaries, and also helps in the production of the hormones testosterone and prolactin as well. So these are some essential sexual hormones within the body. We also touched on, or we already touched on, how important zinc is to skin, and it lessens the formation of damaging free radicals. So if you want to keep yourself looking young, beautiful, and youthful for as long as possible, you're definitely going to be wanting to invest in your zinc intake as much as you can. So some of the sources of zinc are chicken, red meat, and fish. These are some of the places where you can get zinc from. I wish I'd written down a few more sources for those who are out there who are vegetarians, but I would just promote that you guys go and do a good old online search engine some search engine research, and I'm sure some things will come up as to some sources which are non-meat or non, you know, fish based, something like that, non-animal based. Some other symptoms of a zinc deficiency are irritability, can be nausea, kidney failure, shortness or short stature. That can be something that is experienced if you are zinc deficient. So I think that's something quite interesting. Already we spoke about an inability to taste or smell that can be impaired, and we've touched on improper functioning of the testes or the ovaries if you are zinc deficient, and also slow wound healing. We just already touched on that zinc is important to healing wounds. So if you don't have enough of it, you may find that you get a cut and it's taken a very long time for it to heal up or to go away. It could be a possible indication that you are zinc deficient, and that is something to look into. It also helps with the common cold, so definitely something which could be important to take at this time, especially during this season of winter and everything that's going on at the moment. And it can also help with depression. So there are many reasons there to invest in your zinc intake. And finally, we are going to be discussing magnesium. And this is something which I think is underrated. A lot of people don't appreciate how important zinc is to our health and to human functioning. But magnesium is something which contributes to hundreds of biochemical processes within the body. And appropriate levels of magnesium, the right levels of magnesium, can help fight depression as well. So that zinc magnesium combination will be something that may be able to help fight depression, and especially during this time where a lot of people are suffering mentally and suffering emotionally because of what's going on the planet at the moment. Making sure that your body and your mind is well nourished may help you to overcome and just fight off some of these feelings of depression which you may be experiencing. Magnesium also helps with type 2 diabetes if that is something that you suffer with. It can also help with lowering blood pressure. Blood pressure could definitely be high during this time. It has anti-inflammatory benefits. So if you suffer from any kind of inflammatory condition or disease, possibly such as irritable bowel syndrome, look into that further though and speak to a medical professional to see if that would be something that would be appropriate for you to take. But I know IBS is an inflammatory condition. If you suffer with any kind of skin condition, usually as well, there is some kind of inflammatory element in the body which is connected to that as well. So magnesium can help with that. Then it also prevents insulin resistance. So these or this is a precursor to the different types of diabetes. So that can be something to bear in mind. And magnesium can also help to prevent migraines, something that you suffer with, severe migraines. Then possibly look into, are you deficient in magnesium or some other essential mineral? Magnesium is also used to relax the body. So if you are having possible trouble sleeping or feeling particularly anxious, then maybe investing in your your magnesium intake is something which may help you as well. And magnesium also helps to promote normal bone structure. So you want to have those strong, healthy bones, right? And magnesium deficiency particularly affect people from the Afro-Caribbean community and also elderly people as well. So they may be groups or demographics which need to be particularly mindful of their magnesium levels or their magnesium intake. And a lack of magnesium can contribute to osteoporosis, to high blood pressure, to clogged arteries, heart disease. We've also already touched on diabetes and stroke as well. And if you have those right levels, it can stop constipation, heartburn, and also some pregnancy complications as well. So, as I said, having those right levels of mineral and vitamins, even if they're trace elements, is very important because even though you may only need them in small amounts, they are essential to human health. And now let's think of the places where we can get magnesium from. And one of the best ways to think about sources of magnesium is to think about fiber. And most of us know that fiber is very important in gut health as well, and making sure that the gut is working properly. The gut is seen as the second brain in the body. In fact, the gut houses 80% of the human body's immunity. So keeping our guts healthy is imperative, right? And I think that off the top of my head is that they say, and as I said, please comment if this is wrong, but the intestines, the large and small intestines, if we stretch them out, could possibly almost fill a football field. I don't know if I'm over exaggerating there, but basically, there's a lot going on in your gut. So, the point is make sure we take care of it. So, okay, sources of fiber and sources of magnesium. Legumes, if I'm yet again pronouncing that correctly and not completely butchering the word, even though I kind of like saying it. Whole grains, vegetables, particularly broccoli, squash, and green leafy vegetables. You got your seeds and nuts in there, particularly almond nuts, and also you can get some magnesium from dairy sources, meats, chocolate. We like that one, right? If any reasons to eat chocolate is definitely good on the list. However, we have to do everything in moderation. And the healthy way of doing chocolate, the health professionals say, is usually dark chocolate, right? But we're just going to skip over that for now. Coffee can be a source of magnesium as well, and also high mineral water as well. We can get a lot of different from water, so make sure you're drinking your 8 glasses a day. And the other bits and pieces which I wanted to mention when it comes to magnesium as well is the proper functioning of the nerves and also your muscles as well. It has the ability to neutralize stomach acid. So if you're having, yet again, gut issues or any kind of stomach acid issues, sometimes acid reflex or reflux, that may be something that you want to look into, something which may be able to help you. And I've already touched on about how fiber helps move everything through the gut and make sure that you're having healthy movements down there, So magnesium also promotes that as well, and the relaxation of some of the muscles and the nerves in these areas as well. So that basically sums up my vitamin and mineral series for today. I am going to be doing this in 3 parts, so there's going to be 2 more parts to come, and you guys will find out which vitamins and minerals I'm doing at the time. I will be back with another show tomorrow. So, yes, so part 2 will be tomorrow, and I can put you guys on game that next week, Sunday, I believe it's Valentine's Day. So, I will have a good Valentine's show for you guys. So, we'll have a little Valentine's break in between these series, and then I will finish off the final part of this series, not tomorrow, Monday, but the week after Monday, which is the 15th of February 2021. So, thank you for joining me today. Much appreciated to all of those who put comments that popped up. I really appreciate you being here, and Relax Radio really appreciates you being here as well. Please go and download our Relax Radio app so you can keep up to date with us on the go. Also, promote us to your friends and family. Hopefully, there is something there for everyone. Go and check out some of the other Relax Radio presenters. They do some pretty good shows as well, so you may find something that you like there. And you can also follow us on some of our other social media platforms, which include not just Facebook, but also include Twitter and YouTube as well. So go and check us out over there. So this has been your girl and your host, Kayla Rose. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Soul Seed, the show which is dedicated to taking you to new levels of you. I want to wish you guys a happy rest of your Sunday as usual. Enjoy the rest of your night and have a fantastic start to the rest of your week. So happy Monday from now. So, as usual, much love and stay blessed. Bye.